you're well and having the most incredible day as always. Welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be going through all the books I plan on reading in September. However, this month we are doing it with a little bit of a twist, which is basically that I got Ryan, my boyfriend, to pick out my September TBR. I've seen a lot of people do this video where their partner or their mum or somebody in their life basically picks all the books they want to read for the month, and I thought, you know what, this month let's get Ryan to pick it for me, because I feel like he doesn't really have a clue about what all the books are about, so he picks them based on the covers, and I kind of love it. So basically in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you the books he's picked for me to read throughout September, and I am very, very excited. So without further ado, we are going to dive right in. I hope you guys enjoy and carry on watching. So the first book that I'm going to be reading in September is mine and Kelsey's book club pick of the month. This month it was my choice, and I have been regretting this choice for 9 months. Since I picked this book out, I have been regretting it because it hasn't got any quotation marks, and you guys know it's Normal People by Sally Rooney. Now, I've heard incredible things about this book, hence why I chose it. However, I did not realise it didn't have quotation marks until it was far too late down the line, and I am so scared to read this. So if you guys have read this book, please let me know down below. Was it good? Was it bad? What did you think? I would love to know. But on the back of this one, it says Connell and Marianne grew up in the same small town in the west of Ireland, but the similarities end there. In school, Connell's popular and well liked, while Marianne is a loser. But when the two strike up a conversation, awkward but electrifying, something life-changing begins. Life-changing begins. Normal People is a story of mutual fascination, friendship and love. It takes us from the first conversation to years beyond, and the company of two people who try to stay apart but find they can't. So it sounds like it's really cute, but the quotation marks are just going to annoy me. But yeah, this was what I picked. I am regretting it, but there we are. That is the first book I'm going to be reading in September. I'd say I'm excited. I'm not excited. So now moving on to the 5 books which Ryan picked for me. There are some books in here that I have been dreading reading and I actually regret buying, and there also are some in here that I have been so excited about that I just haven't picked up because I'm too excited to read them. So the first one he picked up was Gothicana by Runix. I have heard incredible things about this book, incredible things about this book, and I have been putting it off because of that reason. I've heard so many good things that I'm scared to read it in case it doesn't live up to the hype. I think that's what it is. I am so excited to dive into this. So on the back of this one it says, "If this is madness," she whispered almost against his lips, "drown me in it." Corvina Clem, that's a very weird name. Corvina Clem is a woman with secrets. The last thing she expects to receive is an admission letter from the University of Verenmore, a place that just as secretive. A castle atop a mountain, that's going to be hard to say. Verenmore is steeped in shadows, a place where students have been disappearing every 5 years for over a century. As she becomes caught up in unraveling the clues to solve the mystery, her path collides with Vad Deverell, her professor. Okay. Vad, too, is a man with secrets, and he cannot allow Corvina, this is going to be so hard to read, Corvina, to get close enough to discover what hides, but whenever she is near, his heart and soul yearn to possess her. As Corvina and Vad become more and more entangled, their passion for each other could be the very thing to solve the mystery. It could bring them both down, or it could bring them both down in flames. My goodness, that was a tongue twister and probably very painful to watch, so I do apologise. Insane. So excited to read this. So yeah, I am really looking forward to it. I feel like it's going to be just a mystery, romancy vibe. Very excited about that one. The next book he picked up was Family of Liars by E. Lockhart. Now, I read We Were Liars ages ago, and I saw that Family of Liars came out, but it was a hardback, so I refused to pick it up. This one is only, how many pages? 298. So it's not very long. I actually really liked We Were Liars. It was quite hard to read, but the plot twist at the end kind of made it worth it. So I am really looking forward to this one. This one says on the back, "Welcome to the Sinclair family. We do not crumble even when our love betrays us. We do not falter even when we lose one of our own. We do not break even when there's blood on the sand. Perhaps that is all you need to know, except that we were always liars." It's going to be a great one, isn't it? I feel like it's going to be just one of those books that you don't find out everything until the last 3 pages or something, but I'm really looking forward to this. this. I read We Were Lies, like I said, like months ago. So long ago, in fact, that I don't really remember what it was about. I know that it was about a girl who, they used to go to this island for a holiday, like in the summer, and then some big thing happened, and then at the end you find out what happened, and it kind of blew my mind. So I am looking forward to this, but I'm also a little bit scared. So that was the second book he chose. I'm excited to finally get it off my TBR because it's been on there for a far too long time. The next book was a very popular book on TikTok, so I bought it obviously because TikTok seems to just overpower me. And then I bought it. I read another book by this author and I hated it so much. So I have been putting off reading this book for a very long time, and that is Bunny by Mona Awad. Now what was the other book called? 13 Reasons to Love a Fat Girl or something like that, and it was the most bizarre book I have ever read in my life. Ryan said he picked this one because it had a bunny on it, so love that. I've just heard some good things about this book, but also that it's just really weird. So I'm just, yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm excited to get it off my TBR. Am I excited to read it? Not particularly, but I'm excited to get it off my TBR. That is the main thing. On the back of this one, it says, Samantha Heather McKay is an outsider in her small, highly selective MFA program at Warren University. In fact, she is utterly repelled by the rest of her fiction writing cohort, a clique of unbearably twee rich girls who call each other Bunny. But then the bunnies issue her with an invitation, and Samantha finds herself inexplicably drawn to their front door across the threshold and down their rabbit hole. Blending sharp satire with fairy tale horror, Bunny is a spellbinding trip of a novel from one of the fiction's most original voices. That makes me a bit more excited to read it, I'm not gonna lie. So I think I'm gonna like this more than the first one. The first one was called 13 Ways of Looking at a Fat Girl, and I just didn't really like it. I mainly picked that one up because it was next to this one, and I thought, oh, that would look nice on my shelf. Like, it's a really small read, I could give it a go and see what I think, but I just didn't like it. So I'm excited to read this one, hopefully get it off my TBR this month. And yeah, so thanks Ryan. We got this, I can read that one. The next book is one which is very, very recent. This was in my most recent book haul, and Ryan said he picked this one because he liked the cover, and that is The Book of the Most Precious Substance by Sarah Gran. Now this one, from what I can gather, is like a slightly fantasy-ish magic ghosts mystery vibe. On the back of this one it says, rare book dealer Lily Albarat has been given a tip off about the Book of the Most Precious Substance, rumoured to be the most powerful occult book ever written. With some of the world's wealthiest people willing to pay a fortune for it, she embarks on a journey from New York to New Orleans to Munich to Paris, knowing that it could help her erase the greatest tragedy of her life. I am very excited about this one. This one was recommended to me by my friend Lucy, and I'm just really excited about it. It's something different, something fun. I'm just looking forward to it, and I absolutely love the cover too. It is beautiful. So that is the fourth one he picked. And last but definitely not least, the fifth book that Ryan picked is a book which I have been meaning to read for probably about a year since I read the first one, and that is A Hook, Line and Sinker by Tessa Bailey. I read It Happened One Summer ages ago, and I've been putting this one off mainly because of the sheer size of it. Like, I mean, it's not actually that long. It's 385 pages, but for some reason it just looks massive, and I've been really avoiding it. There's also like no flop to this book. Like, you could use that as a dinner plate. Like, there is just none to it at all. So it's not going to be the most comfortable book to read, and I feel like I'm going to end up cracking the spine. So that's kind of why I've been putting it off. But this is basically about the sister of the girl in the first one and the best friend of the guy in the first one, and it's Fox and what is her name? Hannah. I'm really looking forward to it. The first one was really good. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. But yeah, this is the second one. I am excited. I just don't know why I haven't read it. I think the size of it and the floppiness of it just put me off. But yeah, that's the last one. So those are the 6 books which I'm planning on reading in September. Obviously, I am going to aim to read a lot more than that. I have got a few video ideas planned for September which will involve me reading a lot more books anyway. But yeah, I am really looking forward to it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what you're planning on reading this month, and let me know any other books I should add to my TBR because I would love to know. And yeah, that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so incredibly much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!